University 2 head coach.
Francis. Are you looking for a lower third?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I think Olsen, but I'm not sure the spelling. I'll look it up here.
Matt?
Is that
Matt?
No, it's Francis Olsen.
Oh, Francis. Okay.
Hey, babe. What's that?
program. Oh, Brophy Sports Complex. Yeah, we always come the wrong way. So we always go through over here, there's a bunch of chocolate over here. We just go through it.
Yeah, so I came in off of 51, 51 to Highland,
Yeah.
and then Highland straight down here.
Yeah, Highland goes right into
Yeah, right into the park.
yeah.
So
So
we're
we
down.
always, it always take us the wrong way, but Houston train is I'm so sorry. He's like, I was right back now. I'm so sorry. Like, there's Xavier, there's Brophy, like there's all these schools that are basically on the same campus. I'm like, and then there was like, the weekend, so there was like everything was closed. Like no, sign, gates or anything. It's just like, so usually the quarterback like that is usually open. Like last night, parked on my side. So when we got
How early do you want to go with the interview?
It was only 40 seconds, so let's go.
1:52 left, so you let me know. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the next production of Brophy Broncos Lacrosse on APN Video here. We are live at Brophy Sports Complex on a beautiful, warm Tuesday night as Brophy's V2 team will host Cactus Cobras in a Cactus Division matchup. Teams in the division going head-to-head, and Brophy will look to respond tonight with a game against Cactus Cobras. Face-off upcoming, but first let's hear from Brophy head coach Francis Olson. Like I said, the Broncos enter tonight's game with a 6-4 overall record, 2 straight defeats, close ones in a round robin against 2 of the other 3 best teams at the top of the Cactus division. The Cactus Cobras come into the game with 14 of 27 players being first-year freshmen for the team with only 3 seniors, as veteran coach Bill Casey looks to rebuild his West Valley club. And we are just about to get underway here as Phoenix Harrington for Cactus and Louis Merkel for the Broncos. Picked up by Cactus. And Jay Trier with the ball, giving Cactus the opening possession of the game. Cactus in blue with the white shorts, Brophy in all white. Brophy going right to left on your screen here for the first and third quarters. The sun will go down. You can see it on the field right now and its impact particularly on the far side of the field. Been the warmest day of the year here in Phoenix at 95 degrees. And we'll see if that plays a part or not on the players. This is Noah Robb, 4 goals, 4 assists for Cactus already this year. Nice feed open on the crease, unable to connect, and Miles Thornton, the goalkeeper for Brophy, picks up the ball, and Miles has a 59% save percentage this season. Outlet out to Mikey Swenson, and Brophy is on the attack. Tanner Barber, Brophy's leading scorer, finds Keaton Kimmel, but unfortunately the ball may have been lost in the sun. But Brophy retains possession with Drew Lightman with the scoop. The misconnection there, and Cactus will take over. And 0-0 game. 90 seconds in, a near pickoff for the Broncos, but Cactus is now on the run. Nice ride by Brophy. But a continued clear by Noah Robb, and we'll have a flag down on Brophy with the penalty upcoming. It's a slow flag whistle, which means Cactus has the opportunity with a penalty coming to get a free shot opportunity. And with the ball on the ground, it will now stop play, and Cactus will have a man up, which is essentially a power play in hockey. And they will have a 60-second 6-on-5 advantage for a slash on Brophy. We'll see if Cactus can get its first shot of the game. Keys to the game from Bill Casey. Casey has been here coaching 20 years in Arizona, 17th season at the high school and youth lacrosse league level out in the West Valley. He wanted the team to watch their stick skills and keep possession was very important, and clears and offensive possession tied into that. We've seen the clearing so far been successful for Cactus. He needs that to continue in order for the Cobras to have a good chance at winning this game, but unfortunately here, a turnover by Brandon Call was all alone without some help. Cooper Crosby. Ground ball, something both coaches talked about being important. Here's a man-up goal for Cactus. They get on the board first with a 1-0 lead. That was Cooper Crosby, his 11th goal of the year, taking advantage of a loose play and Brophy not being in defensive position. He takes a shot and finds the back of the net to give the Cobras a 1-0 lead here on the man-up. Again, ground balls will be important for both teams, and there you saw an example of that, as the ball was on the ground and Cactus picked it up, found Brophy out of position, swung the ball over to Crosby, who caged the ball, and now Cactus again with its second face-off win. We are at even strength as the penalty is released after Cobras put the ball in the back of the net. There, a nice play by Charles Smith for the Broncos, but they don't come up with the ground ball. here's Cooper Crosby again, hits the crossbar. Cactus will remain the possessors of the ball as it went out of bounds, and number 29, Gray McMillan, was the closest to the ball when it goes out of bounds, and that team retains possession or gains possession if it's the other team in the rules of lacrosse after a shot. There's a shot, saved by Miles Thornton. Fletcher on the shot. And Thornton finds the defender out. Barber over to Deutsch, back, and a goal. Brophy on a transition possession equalizes the score at 1-1 at the 7:40 mark. A transition goal started by Miles Thornton on the save and outletted it. Brophy ultimately comes through with the goal. Cactus has won the opening 2 faceoffs of the game. Louis Merkel here at the faceoff dot for Brophy, trying to break that streak, and Merkel won the clamp and wins the ground ball as well.
All right, defense, let's go.
He does need to get the ball in the box, the offensive box, which he just did. And now Brophy, with a 1-1 tie, will look to get its settled offense in. Brophy subbing right now. This is Drew Lightman on the dodge. Shot wide, but Brophy will retain possession. We are with 7 minutes remaining. We play 4 12-minute quarters in ALL play. And there's a loose ball picked up by Cactus. The ball will return to Brophy. Ball on the ground a little bit too much for both coaches here in the early going. And that was knocked down by Bryce. And a great ride by Brophy's Keaton Kimmel. And what a ride means is when the defensive team takes possession and attempts to advance it in the offensive zone, the team that lost possession moves to defense, and a ride is the term for them stopping the other team as they attempt to clear it, which Brophy did there. See if the Broncos can take advantage here. Being patient on offense. Nice save there by Ben Strauss in cage. A nice wraparound shot by Hudson Deutsch. And a collision as Cactus attempted to clear the ball will result in a free clear for Cactus. And Mason Johnson comes off the field after taking that hit and earning the man-up opportunity for Cactus, their second of the game. Already once, Cactus has taken advantage. Now this will be another 6-on-5 opportunity for Cactus. We'll see if they can go 2 for 2 on man-ups tonight. And Cactus will get the ball at midfield after game's first goal scored by Cooper Crosby. A good stick play there by Gage Rice on the man down unit. But Cactus retains possession, swings the ball around, looking to get Brophy's defense out of position and find a seam as it did on its first man up. little slight misconnect there. Noah Robb had some open room had he caught that one to take a shot. Shot wide by Bo McMillan. Bo McMillan had 2 goals against Brophy in the team's first meeting out in the West Valley. That was a 19-10 Brophy victory. Cobras here in Central Phoenix looking for some revenge. Good defensive play by Rice again. Penalty should be released now. And the Broncos are in possession. Jeffrey Schubert with the goal. Ground ball picked up off of some midfield confusion, and Schubert picks up the ground ball, takes it to Cage, and gives Brophy a 2-1 lead with 4:46 remaining in the first quarter. So Jeffrey Schubert plays some long stick midi as well as short stick midi. That was his 4th goal of the season for Schubert. Breaks a 1-1 tie. And he will stay in at the attack line now after that play. Second time in this game of the 3 goals we've seen a ground ball directly lead to a goal. And here Mikey Swenson on the faceoff picks it up, and Brophy has possession. He tiptoes the sideline, which is always dangerous because the sideline is what they say an extra defender, and Cactus takes advantage there with some strong physical play to wrest the ball away from Swenson, but it's picked up once again by the Broncos. A little carelessness there by Brophy, and Cactus will get possession. We talked about what Coach Casey said about stick skills and keeping possession being important for Cactus, not to give extra possessions to the other team. And both sides right now a little careless with the ball. This is Noah Robb once again for Cactus. A little room, takes the shot, but blocked down by the defender. Picked up by Crosby. And a doorstop save by Thornton, who scoops up the ball there in the crease. A beautiful save by Miles.
Good effort, Cobras. Keep it up.
Keep up the pressure.
31.
Clearing is an area that Brophy could use a little improvement on this year. And there's a testament to that. Team not finding the openings in order for Thornton to pass to. There's a nice stick by Charles Smith. They called him for a violation. What that is he picked up the ball outside of the crease, but the defender went back through the crease, which is not allowed. You can pick it up in the crease and move out of it, but you can't take the ball and go back in once you're already out. So it will be Cactus possession, trailing 2-1 with 3 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Brophy pressing out defensively a little bit, trying to force some pressure on the Cactus players. This is Mason Johnson starting up top really high with a high dodge. Good defense by the Broncos. Bo McMillan with a dodge and shot to no avail. And Brophy picks up the possession. Nice ground ball there by Sam Hazen. But again, straddling the sideline gives the other team an advantage, and Cactus once again took advantage, pushing him out of bounds, which gives the Cobras possession. And Cactus will look to take advantage of the second opportunity. This is Robb up top. Shot and a goal. Nice dodge by Noah Robb. Got a step, got his hands free, and shot a sidearm that hit the upper corner. A beautiful play by Noah Robb. Knots up the score at 2-2 with 2:10 remaining here in the first quarter. Noah Robb, his 5th goal of the season from the midi position to go along with 4 assists. A big goal for Cactus, and we have a timeout here at the 2:10 mark. So in the early going, a close game. Like I said, the first matchup between these two teams out at Cactus was a 19-10 Brophy victory. Broncos led 11-4 at the half, which is slightly different than this game when we have a 2-2 first quarter right now, but it was 11-4 at the half. Brophy had 6 players with 2 goals each in that contest to have some balanced scoring across the board. But right now, already, we are at 2-2. Some fair amounts of turnovers here. The face-off battle is 2-2. Miles Thornton with a couple of early saves. But turnovers are the key. And Brophy giving extra possessions to the Cobras, who will gladly take advantage of that if given it. Coach Bill Casey is the head coach of the Cobras, a Long Island product. Went to college at Stony Brook on Long Island. Like I said, has been out here for 20 years coaching in Arizona at both the youth and high school level for the Glendale Cactus Cobras program. He started coaching here in 2005 with the box program that was in conjunction with the Arizona Sting Professional Lacrosse Club. And he's kept the program running successfully since that point. Right now, 27-man roster, building it back up. 14, half of the players are freshmen, so the future looks to be pretty bright for the Cactus Cobras, with only 3 seniors on the roster. One of those 14 freshmen is the face-off man, Phoenix Harrington, who you see at midfield right now, along with Blake Pollard, who's the team's leading scorer with 17 goals and 19 points. And we're back live here. Merkel with the possession for Brophy. So the Broncos lost the first 2 faceoffs, have won the last 3. Let's see how the Broncos take care of the ball on this possession. Keaton Kimmel loses possession, but picked up by Deutsch. Looks like they want to go to X. Plenty of action back there. Balanced set, but a risky pass there. Tanner Barber with the ball. Leading scorer for Brophy cages it on the crease to give Brophy a 3-2 lead. A nice pass from Louis Merkel, taking advantage of a broken situation and a potentially dangerous one, as Brophy nearly lost possession there, trying to force the ball down low. Instead, the ball made its way to the top to Merkel, who found Barber curling around from X, and he had a one-on-one situation with goalie Ben Strauss, and Strauss didn't really have an opportunity on that one to stop the fakes from Barber. For Tanner, his 21st goal of the season, team best. He scored 3 goals and 1 assist against these Cactus Cobras in the first meeting last month. Merkel again with the face-off victory for Brophy. And again, a similar play where Merkel feeds the crease, this time to Hudson Deutsch. And Brophy scores 2 goals within 13 seconds off the face-off to increase its lead to 4-2. Beautiful play by Merkel there to win the clamp, win the ground ball, take it to the offensive box, recognize that the Cactus defense collapsed on him. We call that a draw and dump, where he drew the defenders out to him and dumped the ball down low to Hudson Deutsch. And he had a tough one-on-one with Strauss for the goal. Contested face-off here. Mikey Swenson, number 17 for Brophy. That should be Brophy ball, as Cactus was laying on it. So another face-off win, 5th in a row for the Broncos. 1 minute remaining here in the opening quarter. See if Brophy plays for one. Content to swing it around and get some off-ball action here. Tanner Barber sweeps middle and takes a shot for the goal. Three straight goals for Brophy now. The timeout was with 2:10 left after Noah Robb made the score 2-2. Brophy took a timeout and has come out with 3 goals in the last 1:40 to take the 5-2 lead.
Go, Noah!
Go, Cobras!
Unassisted goal for Tanner Barber there. And a face-off win for Damian Duran. First time we've called his name tonight, but the Brophy face-off streak continues now. 20 seconds. Long pole trying to top dodge. Generally not a great idea. 4 seconds remaining in the first quarter, with Brophy leading 5-2. Deutsch will take it from behind the cage. And Brophy will not get a shot off. At the end of the first quarter, it's Broncos 5 and Cobras 2 here at the Brophy Sports Complex. Brophy at 6-4 on the season. All 4 losses by 3 goals or fewer, so the Broncos have been in every game that they have lost. Probably looking back and saying what coulda, shoulda, woulda been, and perhaps the record would be a little bit differently. 2 close losses to Desert Vista 2, who leads the Cactus division. Both 2-goal margins, the first one down in Ahwatukee and the other one here last week. A 5-3 margin in favor of Desert Vista, who dropped its first game of the year to Foothills in their most recent outing. After tonight's game, Brophy will play Sow Point on Friday night down in Tucson in a rematch after the teams played to a 14-4 Brophy victory up here in Phoenix. Then Brophy will play Foothills from the Tucson area, Catalina Foothills up here in Phoenix on the 4th. Play at West Valley, a second-place team in the Cactus division. Those 2 teams played to a 7-4 battle here in our last Brophy Broncos V2 lacrosse on APN video game. Thanks to our producer extraordinaire, Jeff Lowry, for putting this together. That rematch will be on the 8th of April. Then Brophy will host Glacier Park from Washington here at the Brophy Sports Complex on the 10th, which is also senior night for the Varsity 1 team as they host Chandler. And that Brophy Chandler matchup will be broadcast here on APN video in a game that could very well determine who is the regular season champion in the Arizona Lacrosse League. Both teams are now undefeated in state play. And then the Broncos V2 team will close out their regular season down in Tucson on Saturday, the 12th of April, playing at Foothills. So those 2 teams will play twice in a little more than a week to close out the season. In between those two ALL defeats, the Broncos V2 team did host Pinecrest Academy from Nevada here at Brophy Sports Complex, and the Broncos came out with a 19-10 victory over Pinecrest. So that's what leads us here into today's game on a beautiful yet warm evening here at Brophy Sports Complex. Second half underway. Cobra deploying a different tactic here in the second quarter to try and do little things a little differently at the faceoff, putting Emilio Martinez, a long stick midi, at the faceoff against Merkel. The result was the same as Brophy came away with possession, but the Broncos turned it over, and now Cactus will take possession. Clearing has been a little bit of a struggle for Cactus in the first quarter. And it is here to start the second as well. A beautiful check by Keaton Kimmel. And picked up by Hudson Deutsch. Broncos now back with the ball, so the opening faceoff of the second quarter is basically what happened after an exchange of turnovers. And Brophy content to settle it down for the moment while they sub and get their 6-on-6 offense onto the field. Tanner Barber with the dodge and the score, giving Brophy a 6-2 lead. Just over a minute into the second quarter. That's 4 goals in a row for the Broncos after the score was tied 2-2. Tanner Barber with his third of the night. Again, another turnover leading directly to the opposing team scoring a goal. We've seen that a number of times tonight. Mikey Swenson here at the faceoff dot for the Broncos. Little Big Mike, they call him, due to his imposing size. And here he will face off against Emilio Martinez once again with a long pole, looking to neutralize Brophy's advantage thus far. After Cactus won the opening 2 faceoffs of the game. There we have a faceoff violation on Brophy. So that will go to Cactus. Let's see if the Cobras spin the ball around and give their defense a little bit of rest. Most of the action has been on the Brophy offensive end. Got a nice take and goal. Bo McMillan with that. Crossed over, beat his man, and then cut back to the middle. A beautiful dodge and score. Miles Thornton didn't know he was right in front of him at the time when it happened, but a nice play by Bo McMillan. 12 seconds after Brophy took a 6-3 lead. The lead is now 6-3, with McMillan scoring his first one of the night. That's his 9th goal of the season. He scored 2 goals against the Broncos in the team's first matchup. Someone to keep an eye on there is McMillan. Here again, Coach Casey using the long pole at the faceoff X. And it was successful as Cactus won the initial faceoff, but Brophy defends back and gets possession. Merkel with the pass, but doesn't look like Deutsch was looking for it. Ball goes out of bounds and belongs to Cactus. Cobra's just cut into that lead to make it 6-3 with 10:24 here remaining in the second quarter. Again, Cactus has had a little bit of struggles here in the clearing game. They have 20 seconds to get the ball across midfield, which is the 50-yard line, as you see as the football markings. Then following that, another 10 seconds to get over here. This is an example of Cactus not clearing the ball past the midfield line in those 20 seconds. That becomes a turnover, and it's Brophy ball. Once you do clear midfield, you have 10 seconds to get from the 50 to the offensive box, which on your screen would be the 30-yard line. And Brophy swinging around to the top. Keaton Kimmel left the attack with the sweep and shot, goes wide. Deutsch there behind the cage, closest to the ball as it goes out of bounds to give Brophy the continued possession. Drew Lightman with the shot and a save by Strauss. Strauss finds Bryce with the ball. Nice shot there by Jay Trier, but just a little high. And Cactus will retain possession after the nice save by Strauss. 8:59 and counting here in the second quarter. Last time Cactus had the ball down here, they had a goal from Bo McMillan. His brother Gray McMillan. Here's Bo McMillan. Similar play to what he scored on last time. Finds Blake Pollard, 18, as the leading scorer for Cactus, a freshman. Haven't called his name tonight. Here on the dodge. Nice defense by the Broncos. If the ball goes, not quite. If the ball went back across the 50-yard line, that would be what they call an over and back violation, similar to what they have in basketball. But Cactus scooped it up before that happened to retain possession.
Go, Cobras! Good job, Link.
Good defense there by Charles Smith, number 31 for Brophy. Now they start a little faster now to kickstart the offense. Noah Robb, who scores a goal already tonight for Cactus from the outside there again. A double team forced the ball loose, but Robb picked it back up again. Those ground balls come in handy. Blake Pollard with his first shot of the night. Makes it 6-4, Brophy.
Keep it up, Cobras!
Once again, a loose ground ball. Sound like I'm a broken record here. But ground balls have led directly to about 5 of the 10 goals tonight. So a key part of the ball game. Extra possessions lead to shots, and those shots can lead to goals. Some nice defensive pressure by Brophy there in several different aspects, but did not come up with the ball, and therefore Cactus gets the shot. Their leading scorer, Blake Pollard, puts it past Thornton, and we're back to a 2-goal margin. Face-off win by Louis Merkel.
Good D.
This is Gage Rice on the offensive zone. Shot by Hazen didn't make it to the cage. Collected by Strauss as the loose ball was in his crease. And Cactus once again will look to outlet the ball. It has not been Lands in the stick of Cooper Crosby. 10 goals and a team-high 8 assists for Crosby. So Cactus looking to get back within 1 goal.
Keep it up, Cobras. Great pressure.
It will be Cactus ball still with 5.5 minutes here in the second quarter, trailing 6-4. Looking to close the lead to 1. Hasn't been a 1-goal game since the end of the first quarter, when Brophy scored 2 goals in 13 seconds. Here's Pollard again. Nice double team by Brophy. Jarred loose there, beautiful check by Andrew Trujillo. And he gets the scoop ball, but we have a loose ball push on Cactus. So it'll be Brophy possession. And the Broncos are off and running here in transition. But content to slow it up, get their 6-on-6 offense on the field. And Brophy will reset. Tanner Barber with a shot and a score. 4:31 remaining here in the second quarter, pardon me. Barber with the outside shot, his 4th goal of the night. He had 3 goals in the first matchup against the Cobras, now has 24 on the season. Tanner has 2 or more goals in 7 of the 9 ALL games played this year. Make that now 8 of 10 with tonight's 4-goal effort. Again, a loose ball, ground ball, picked up by Barber leads to him getting into a scoring position. And we have a delay of game against Cactus. They didn't have the allotted players on the field in time for the faceoff, so the Broncos will get possession. Flag down and a shot, but a save by Strauss. Nice cut by Schubert. We have 2 flags on the ground, so a penalty against Cactus upcoming. First one tonight on the Cobras. Waiting here for the signal to learn if it's a 60 or a 30-second penalty. No indication, but we know Brophy will take its first man-up opportunity at the 4:16 mark here, the second quarter. So Brophy with a 7-4 lead, looking to increase it back to a 4-goal margin, which is the largest of the game. Brophy was up 6-2 at one point. Here with essentially the power play. Beautiful ball movement. Doorstop save by Strauss. Great ball movement by the Broncos. Outside shot. That one is probably not what the Broncos want. The penalty has expired, so it was a 30-second penalty. Ball went wide, shooting it from 20 yards out, and Cactus was closer to it, so Cactus will get possession. The Broncos not. Here we go. Nice turnover. Kimmel with the shot, hit the post off the turnover off the clear. Another loose ball, and let's see who comes up with it. Brophy does. Brophy subbing here. Tanner Barber with a short pull on him, face dodge. Second defender came up on him.
All right, Cobras, let's go.
Didn't get rid of it in time, so the ball went wide, and it will be Brophy possession. Goal for the Broncos, Tanner Barber again.
All right, Cobras, let's get it back.
Brophy takes a 4-goal margin again at 8-4, matching a 6-2 margin it had earlier in the second quarter. Brophy led by 3 at the end of 1, increasing it here in the second quarter to a 4-goal lead. 2:47 remaining in the first half.
Go, Thompson.
Brophy taking advantage at the faceoff dot, getting those extra possessions that are so critical to building the lead. Merkel once again wins it cleanly. And Brophy has the touch Spencer Parnell, number 4, with his first touch of the evening at attack for the Broncos. Here's Louis Merkel, a face-off with 2 assists already. Make it assist number 3 for Merkel. A pass across the crease high, but Spencer Parnell leaps up to catch it and then puts it past Strauss for the 9th Brophy goal. 3rd assist for Merkel, which is rare for a face-off man to have 3 assists, but he's been on it tonight. A beautiful catch and finish by Spencer Parnell. Brophy's take a 9-4 lead, 2-11 here. It's 2 goals within 35 seconds for the Broncos.
Gotta be blue.
Winning those face-offs are key for Brophy. And here's another one for the Broncos. Win number 11 out of 15.
Go, defense. Behind you, behind you.
Ball attempted on the cut by Swenson, but the ball didn't make it there. Nice play by Cactus, but the ground ball scooped up by Brophy.
Good job, Bryce. Pick him up, Mace. Yeah, man.
Barber's shot stopped by Strauss. Strauss has made some nice saves here this evening. His outlet pass rolls out of bounds, and Brophy, with 1:18 remaining, has possession here at the end of the first half. Stripped there by Jay Trier. Trier with the ball. Under a minute to play here for Cactus. See if Coach Casey calls for one shot. Noah Robb here. Cooper Crosby, 2 of the goal scorers for the Cobras. They're lost possession.
Fight for it, shoot. Good job, Mace.
And picked up by Crosby with 30 remaining.
Short time, let's go!
In front, in front.
Charles Smith, 31 for Brophy. Ground ball machine thus far this season. We're at 10 seconds here. And we have a flag on Brophy for a push. It was a loose ball, so I'm not exactly sure why the flag was thrown, but they're ruling that he had possession and was tripped with 10.5 remaining in the first half, so that will give Cactus the ball now and to start the third quarter if there is no goal in the latter stages here. So Cactus has the ball in the stick, which it looks like they will. There will be no face-off here for the third quarter. So Cactus, a smart play by Coach Casey, because this way Cactus will retain possession to start the third quarter without a face-off. As we take a halftime intermission, we'll be back as Brophy leads at the break 9-4. Welcome back to Brophy Sports Complex here on the campus of Brophy College Prep. Halftime score, Brophy 9, Cactus 4. First time these two teams played, the Broncos had an 11-4 halftime lead. Today just behind at 9-4. Brophy with 5 goals from Tanner Barber in the first half. 1 from Hudson Deutsch, 1 from Spencer Parnell, 1 from Jeffrey Schubert. And the first goal by defenseman Ryder Flick. His first real extended action this season, and the first time he touched the ball, he goes down and scores to give Brophy its first goal of the evening. Broncos would like to tighten up their turnovers here in the second half. Successful at stopping Cactus from clearing the ball, and successful at faceoffs. Brophy has won 11 of 15 faceoffs to gain those extra possessions here in the first half, but need to take better care of the ball to have full advantage of that high margin. Cactus hanging tough. Cactus scored the first goal of the game by Cooper Crosby, and then tied it at 2-2 as Noah Robb scored with 2:10 remaining in the first quarter. Brophy called a timeout from there, and the Broncos exploded for 4 goals to take a 6-2 lead. They have not relinquished. Cactus cut it to 6-4 before Brophy finished the first half with 3 straight goals in taking that 9-4 halftime lead. As we mentioned at the end of the first half, Brophy had a tripping penalty, so Cactus will remain in a 6-on-5 advantage for 50 seconds, 5-0 here to start the third quarter. Cactus 1 of 2 on man-up situations in the first half. Brophy 0 of 1 on its only man-up possession. Essentially a power play in hockey. There's an outside shot from Crosby, saved by Thornton. And Thornton tosses it upfield, caught by Jacob Sprecher, and that will kill the 6-on-5. Shot by Sprecher goes wide, and Brophy will retain possession. Long pole Gage Rice in the offensive box for Brophy. Not the orthodox or traditional way that you play that.
There you go.
And it results in a turnover. So ideally you want to get the ball in the hand of the stick of a short stick player, one of your offensive regulars, to wrest control. There, a great play by Sprecher on the interception from the clear, and he takes advantage of the mistake by Cactus with the pickoff, the take to the cage, and the goal, giving Brophy its largest lead of the game, 10-4. Jacob Sprecher with the interception and the take to the cage. A beautiful play by Jacob. For him, his 6th goal of the season. And Brophy, who won the first contest 19-10, right now ahead 10-4 over Cactus on a balmy Tuesday evening here in Central Phoenix. Facing off for Brophy, little big Mike Swenson, and he corrals the clamp that he won. But Blake Pollard with the takeaway there. And Cactus regains possession here. Just under 2 minutes into the third quarter. This is Jay Trier with the dodge. Good recovery by Brophy, forces it behind the cage. And we have a flag coming up on Brophy. And a goal. Beautiful inside roll by Bo McMillan. The flag was down, but he was undaunted in getting to the cage, and he does shoot it past Thornton at the 10:01 mark. And Cactus will take a man-up advantage as well, as that flag will stand in the 1 minute variety for a cross-check. And so the 4th trip of the evening for Cactus.
Here we go, Cobra!
So this will be a man-up face-off. What that means is one of the sides, the wings, Brophy was without a defender. If Cactus can get there, it is an advantage. But Louis Merkel, once again, picks up the ground ball in the face-off, and let's see if he can kill the penalty here. Probably should have just held on to it, but instead passed it, and it was a turnover for Cactus. In that situation, generally, you want to keep control of the ball and take it behind for the 1 minute to expire. That was not the case, and one of those unforced turnovers. McMillan with the twirling shot, but a save by Thornton. A nice save by Thornton. Clearing had been a problem for both teams. And here's another one shoveled. Cactus with possession. 10 seconds left in the penalty. And the shot just wide by Noah Robb. 5 seconds on the penalty. Brophy with 2 opportunities to kill it there, both for naught. And we are even. Brophy killed successfully its disadvantage there. Score remains 10-5. McMillan again got to the crease on a dodge from X, but lost possession, and the Broncos have it. Aiden Kramer with the ball there, and Brophy was an advantage, but once again, an unforced turnover will give the ball back to Cactus. 8:25 remaining in the 3rd quarter, 10-5, Broncos on top. A 2-2 game was busted open on an 8-2 Brophy run. This is Noah Robb for the Cobras. One of Cactus's 5 goals on the evening, along with Cooper Crosby, number 16, who has the ball now. 2 by Bo McMillan. And 1 by Blake Pollard. Pollard loses control there. And the Broncos scoop it up. Wyatt Glass on that ground ball. This is Gage Rice, unable to corral it, but picked up by Sprecher for a moment. Ball still on the ground, a little more hustle by Cactus. The Cobras come up with it, now they have an advantage. Save by Thornton on Robb, bailing out his Brophy teammates. Beautiful save by Miles Thornton there. Once again, the sideline, the killer on the clear. Brophy turns it over. The 10-5 lead. And Bo McMillan will ignite play here coming out of the side. Clearing a Achilles heel for both teams here this evening. Noah Robb up top. Finds a spot, bounce shot saved by Thornton. Another turnover. Robb again tries again, but a nice trail check there by Wyatt Glass, and the ball sails high. It will be Cactus ball.
Get it back, Cobras!
Brophy with the ball across midfield now.
Good job, Emilio!
Again, they still need to get the ball inside the offensive box. And a successful Sprecher there. The ball was tipped by the Cactus defender. ball was ruled picked up by Brophy and out of bounds. Before it went out of bounds, the Brophy offensive player could have let that roll out and it would have been the Broncos' ball, but he picked it up with the sideline as his enemy. Little spatial awareness a couple of times not working in Brophy's favor this evening. Picked off again by Sprecher. Looks similar to before. He'll attack the cage. Shot and a goal. Sprecher. Back-to-back Brophy goals. Back-to-back interceptions off clears. And Brophy takes an 11-5 lead here with 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Clearing again reverts his ugly head as a problem for both teams as there Sprecher found the advantage, picked it off, took it, and Strauss didn't have a chance at that point in a one-on-one situation. So 11-5 Brophy here with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. And violation on Cactus going early, and Brophy 14 of 18 on face-offs. Jacob Sprecher with the ball on the side wing here. This is Eli McDonald, his first touch of the game. They're going to rule that a pass, and it will be Cactus possession. Trailing 11-5. Ball turned over again by the Broncos. Nice outlet pass, but could not be caught. Sprecher scoops up the ground ball, takes it to Cage. Low angle shot goes wide, and it will be Broncos ball off the shot.
Come on, Cobra, let's get aggressive.
Nice pass by Luke Najafi. Sprecher stopped on the doorstep there. Contested shot on the crease. Other ALL action tonight features Arcadia, who the Brophy Varsity 1 team beat on Friday night. The Arcadia team will host Chandler, undefeated Chandler Pumas over at Arcadia. Here Brophy in the defense position. Some good passing by Cactus, but didn't result in a shot. The ball goes out of bounds on the pass, and Brophy will take possession of the ball with 4:24 remaining here in the third quarter. Let's see how the Broncos clear the ball. Eli McDonald with the one-man clear this time. Cactus over midfield, offside. The flag was thrown. So this flag is down. If Brophy does not score, the Broncos will have a 30-second man advantage. But Sprecher finds a crease. Ball is shot high with 3:48 left. And the Broncos will have a 30-second advantage on the offside. A hot rod outside the gates here on 7th Street. You can probably hear it in the background. If you can't, your volume's not up high enough. But you probably could have had low volume and still heard that car floating on by. Brophy in a man-up situation here. 6-on-5 for 30 seconds at the 3:48 mark. Brophy content to move it around here in the man up. A skip pass. Griffin Lauer, his first action of the night. His shot is wide, but Brophy will retain possession. Nice pass and a goal. Spencer Parnell to Jacob Sprecher, and 3 in a row for Sprecher. All close in. And Brophy scores a man-up goal for the first time tonight. Found the seam there. Sprecher, his 3rd goal. Moving the ball fast, which gets the defense out of position. So a man-up goal on the crease for Sprecher. He came into the game with 5 goals, has 3 tonight. His season high 3 goals in a game now for Sprecher, who had 2 goals in a win at Cactus Shadows. So he had 2 goals in that game and 3 goals here tonight. The Broncos lead 12-5. And this is Damian Duran on the faceoff. Brophy's had 3 faceoff men this evening, and all have contributed to a 15 of 19 game here at the faceoff dot. But Brophy throws it away. And here come the Cobras. Sprecher again on the clearing interception. Passes to Parnell, and Parnell with the 2nd goal of the night. Parnell from Sprecher. And the clearing troubles again plague Glendale. As Brophy takes a 13-5 lead over Cactus. Turnovers and ground balls this evening have led directly to the goal for the opposing team in numerous ways. We talk about the notion of valuing the ball, and Coach Casey even mentioned that in the pregame, talking about stick skills, keeping possession were going to be keys for his Cactus Cobras team. And indeed it has. There, Brophy did not get the ball even after the faceoff win into the offensive box, so that is a failure to advance, which gives the possession back to the Cobras. And there, a misconnection. Thornton scoops it up in the crease. Outlet to Rice, and Rice goes across midfield. And now slows it back up after getting the touch. And Brophy will sub. Louis Merkel, the face-off man there, checked from behind, but Sprecher picks it up. Louis Merkel with the face-off win again tonight. Merkel having a successful night and also comes from an athletic family. His sister Cammie runs track and field at Nebraska in the Big Ten. His sister is a sophomore lacrosse player at Marietta, and his brother Nico in New York City at St. John's running cross country. So Merkel following suit with a successful lacrosse face-off career. He's just a freshman, so a lot of brightness ahead for Louis Merkel and the Brophy Broncos at the face-off X. Closing in on a minute here in the 3rd quarter. Brophy up 13-5. Biggest lead of the game at 8. It was 2-2, then it was 6-4. But since that 6-4 margin, Brophy has gone on a 7-1 run. Ball loose on the ground and headed toward the far sideline, picked up by Cooper Schwartz for the Cobras. But a cross-field pass turned over, and Sprecher, been a nemesis of Glendale on the ride with several turnovers for Brophy, but Cactus regains possession here with under 30 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. Oh, and a nice defensive play by Carson Woodhead. Cooper Crosby there with the shot off Gage Rice. The defender goes out of bounds with 2.9 remaining in the third quarter.
3 seconds.
You got 2 seconds.
And the Cobras do not get a shot off. We are at the end of 3 here. It's 13-5 Brophy over Cactus. Brophy's V2 team looking for its 7th win on the season. There with 4 goals in the third, 5 goals in the first, 4 goals in the second, 4 goals in the third, outscoring Cactus 4-1 in that third period to take a 13-5 lead. Jacob Sprecher with 3 goals alone in the third quarter. As Brophy looks to close out the game with a strong final 12 minutes. Well, let's hear from Brophy head coach Francis Olson.
Sure. So we've had a pretty tough schedule this year. Our overall record is 7-4. Our 4 losses are all 1 or 2 goals, really close games. Haven't had a bad loss on the year. Boys have been fighting all year long, and we're excited to get after it tonight.
Know anything about this Cactus team?
They've got a couple good players, some guys that can really be a matchup problem, especially at attack. Number 19, I believe, kind of gave us some trouble last game, so we're going to have to be ready to slide early to him and be physical, because even if we throw a slide at him, he might run through it or lower his shoulder and run around it. Sure, so we've had a pretty tough...
Thanks, Coach Olson, for your time in the pregame this evening. You can see how warm and balmy it was out at that time. Now it's very pleasant here at the Brophy Sports Complex. Brophy 6-4 on the season, looking for its 7th win of the year. As we start the fourth quarter here, final 12 minutes. Phoenix Harrington, a freshman, number 2 in blue for Cactus, facing off. And he comes up with the win and an early start for the Broncos. See if the Cobras can take advantage here and post goal number 6. Nice defensive check there by Gray Marquise. And the ball out of bounds will stay here for Cactus. Carson Woodhead here on Cooper Crosby. Behind the cage, Crosby gets a step, but a nice trail check by Woodhead, and the ball sails high and wide. Cactus will retain possession once again. 11-16, just early stages of the fourth quarter here at the Brophy Sports Complex. Brophy Varsity 2 back in action on Friday night at Sal Point. The Varsity 1 team will travel up to Pinnacle on Friday night for a game against the Pioneers. That one starts at 8. Cactus, Cooper Crosby takes the ball in the restart, finds Ethan Fletcher up top, and Fletcher unleashes with a goal in the upper corner. A beautiful shot for Fletcher. 53 seconds into the fourth quarter. And 13-7 is the margin here right now. Beautiful recognition by Crosby. He had his man beat, found Fletcher up top, and Fletcher wound up with some time and room and put it past Miles Thornton. Possession here, Merkel with the Sprecher, his 4th of the night, off the assist from Louis Merkel, off the faceoff. And 12 seconds after Ethan Fletcher's goal, the Broncos strike back. Louis Merkel, 4 assists on the night. Jacob Sprecher, 4 goals on the night. A fine tandem for Brophy, who doubles up Cactus at 14-7, excuse me. Sorry, 14-6. I can't write down properly what the score is. Here's Mikey Swenson off the faceoff. Saved by Strauss there on the shot by Griffin Lauer.
All the way!
And scooped up by Jade Trier. Trier with a shot in the goal. Another ground ball leads to a goal for Cactus. And we're in a flurry of scores right now. It is now 14-7. Cactus has kicked the proverbial extra point at the 10:22 mark. Ground ball situations very meaningful in the game of lacrosse. Cactus looks like it's had the better of the ground balls, at least the meaningful ground balls.
Go Cobras!
That one cuts the lead to 14-7. Here's Duran again on the faceoff win for Brophy. Worked hard to get that one. And the Broncos with the ball. The ball in traffic is collected by the Cobras. Good ground ball by Brophy. Lands in the stick of Lauer. Back to Sprecher, and his shot is wide. Brophy with possession, 9:41 remaining in the ball game here. Holding a 14-7 lead over Cactus. Cobra's not quitting here. Still playing hard and physical. Sprecher collects the ball, twirls, shoots, and scores his 5th goal of the night. Jacob Sprecher has sprouted. (15-7) Brophy. Sprecher came into the game with 5 goals on the season. He has 5 goals tonight. You would call this a career game for Sprecher. He's done the majority of it in the second half. He's done all of his scoring in the second half, in fact. In just a quarter and 2.5 minutes. Merkel with the face-off win, and how he gets it back. Shot is high. But 20 of 25 for Brophy on the face-off. Shot and a doorstop save by Strauss, and a beautiful one at that. But the ball thrown away, and it will be Brophy possession here. Loopy pass. Picked up by Lauer. No, not picked up by Lauer. Picked up by Tyler Seeley, who immediately takes a shot. Goes wide, and Cactus will get the run out for the possession. Brophy playing some players who have not played as much this season.
Go,
Noah Robb with the one-man clear. And a successful one at that. Here's Cooper Crosby. Nice little dodge. Beautiful save by Miles Thornton. Here's Fletcher, who scored earlier. That one doesn't get past the defender.
Way to go, top 10.
And scooped up by Luke Najafi.
Good pass, 6.
The player down for Brophy, so a quick stoppage of play. It's a little bit of a collision. Lacrosse is a contact sport. No problem, no harm, no foul. Two players give each other dap. He'll remove himself from the field, and Brophy will take possession here with a need to clear the ball, but 8:18 left in the ball game. And Cactus will be offside when the change of possession happens. Brophy will have a 30-second man up. But nice scoop there. Sprecher finds Lauer. Lauer with a shot wide. And it will be Brophy's man up possession with 30 seconds in a 6-on-5 situation at 7:50 here remaining in the fourth quarter. Game slowing down a little bit here in the final stages. But a nice crowd here. The folks from the West Valley came out and supported their team nicely. Here are the Cobras. Cobras fought again. That took a 1-0 lead and then tied it up at 2-2 in the first quarter. Brophy scored 4 in a row to go up 6-2. But that wasn't enough. Cactus came back and cut it to 6-4 midway through the second period before Brophy closed out with 3 goals into halftime, and then the first one in the fourth and the third, making it 10-4. And then Brophy put the foot on the gas a little bit more, taking a 13-5 lead to close out the third quarter. Here we're at a 15-7, 8-goal margin for the Broncos V2 team. Cactus with the ball. Trailing 15-7. This is Jay Schreier. Got the ball off before being pushed out of bounds. But here come the Broncos. Flag down on the field. That'll be a cross check. Illegal contact to the head. And it'll be a 1-minute penalty on the Cobras for Brophy's advantage here. Only the third man-up opportunity for Brophy tonight. Ball will be Brophy's possession. Nice cut by Aiden Kramer. Well, ball did not go in, and he stepped in the crease, so it will be Cactus ball, looking to kill this man-down opportunity. But once again, the clearing ghosts come up and snatch the Cobras, giving the ball to the Broncos. It's been a theme tonight for Glendale. Luke Najafi with a nice move, but a trail check. Emilio Martinez strips it away. Cobras launch it downfield. That's one way to clear it. A nice scoop by Andrew Trujillo for the Broncos to move it back into the offensive territory. Eli McDonald with the ball over to Lauer. Lauer finds Aiden Kramer on the cut in the high slot. Beautiful pass and shot for the Broncos for goal number 16. Aiden Kramer with the goal from Griffin Lauer. And Brophy takes a 16-7 lead. Mikey Swenson at the face-off X for Brophy, and he scoops up a winner. That was an interference play on Brophy. Swenson had the ball and was driving toward the offensive zone, but the Brophy man came up in a moving pick situation, which is not permitted. Picks are, but moving picks are not. And Glendale gets possession. Here's Bo McMillan with 2 goals already tonight. He had 2 goals against Brophy in the first meeting. So we had a stoppage of play. Too many men on the field for Cactus. Gives the ball to the Broncos. Nice clear there by Andrew Barton for Brophy. First time we've mentioned him tonight. A nice play. Held it just slightly too long, but moved the ball into the offensive end. Nice scoop there by Toby Sile. Nice pass. Spencer Parnell with the shot wide.
Let's go, defense!
Go, Cobras!
Brophy picks up the loose ball. Under 4 minutes to play in the final quarter here at the Graham Family Sports Complex at Brophy. Nice check there by Mason Thompson, one of the 14 freshmen for Cactus. Nice dodge and shot by Wyatt Glass. He's on the board for the first time tonight. And Brophy takes a 10-goal lead for the first time tonight. Wyatt Glass, his first of the evening with 3:31 to play. Brophy's scoring attack tonight. Jacob Sprecher with a career-high 5 goals. Tanner Barber added 5. Wyatt Glass. Aiden Kramer. Spencer Parnell with 2. Ball was loose and it goes to Brophy here on the faceoff. Brophy's been dominant at the faceoff X with 21 of 26 this evening, giving the Broncos extra possessions that they have converted into goals. Gage Rice, a nice move, but the shot went wide. Broncos will have possession with under 3 minutes to play. No goal ruled in the crease, unfortunately, so the first career goal for Jay Santhana Krishnan will not count. That shot is wide, but the Cobras will retain possession. Blake Pollard bringing it into play.
Keep up the hustle, Cobras. Go, Blake.
Pollard into traffic. 1-on-3 is difficult to do against any team.
Good hustle, two.
Eli McDonald with the ball. Good defense by Cooper Crosby. McDonald comes away with it. And the pass gets through. Luke Najafi. Eli McDonald with the shot. Goes wide, and Brophy will retain possession with under 2 minutes to go here in the game. So the Broncos seemingly with this one in hand. Look forward to Friday night's game at Sal Point. We're going to have a penalty here on Cactus with 1:47 to play. Brophy will have a 60-second man-up advantage. The Broncos V2 team back in action on Friday night at Sal Point. Down in Tucson, Brophy defeated Sal Point 14-4 here at Brophy Sports Complex. And Brophy will come up back north on the 4th, hosting Foothills. Foothills coming off of a big win over Desert Vista's 2 team, handing that Thunder team its first defeat of the season, so will be a formidable opponent for the Broncos. Shot and a goal by Sam Hazen. That is a man-up variety, but came off of a failed clear attempt by Glendale. So with 1:32 remaining here in the ball game, Sam Hazen picks up his first goal of the night. Nice finish there by Hazen. Ball came to him off the failed clear, but he capitalized when given the opportunity. And face off fought for in between the lines. 3-on-3 battle here. And scooped up by Gage Rice. Gage Rice, normally a long pole, took the short stick there for the face-off. Under a minute to play here in Central Phoenix. Brophy leading 18-7. Griffin Lauer with the shot and a goal. 40 seconds to go. Brophy takes a 19-7 lead. Lauer's first goal of the night, added an assist earlier in this quarter. And the Broncos take a 12-goal margin. From here, the clock will run for its final 40 seconds in its entirety. And Brophy will pick up win number 7 this season. Earlier in the year, Broncos posted a 19-10 win over Cactus out in Glendale. And tonight looks to be a 19-7 Broncos victory. That lap face-off win by Damian Duran, who started as a basketball player here at Brophy and moved into lacrosse as a freshman.
Shoot! Shoot it!
All right.
All right.
Hey, that's all right. Way to go. Great effort, 6.
So the Broncos will win this ball game 19-7. A game that was 2-2 at one point and then 6-4 before Brophy took off and went out to an 11-4 lead and then extended to 13-5 to wrest control. And the final horn sounds: Brophy 19, Cactus 7. It was great to bring you a pair of Brophy V2 lacrosse games this season as we look to showcase the entire program. Brophy has 3 teams in lacrosse, which is great to see the growth of the sport in such a way. We will return here in our Brophy Lacrosse APN broadcasting on the 7th of April, a Monday evening, as Varsity 1 hosts Bellevue from Seattle, Washington area. Please join us that evening here on Brophy Lacrosse on APN Video. Once again, thank you to our producer, cameraman, director, technical director, replay producer, Jeff Lowry. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon.